Well, I love sculpting. I feel a special kinship with God when I'm sculpting. It's like He's the guy who invented sculpting. Uh, I feel like maybe I might be one of His apprentices or something, playing in clay. In Genesis 2, it talks about how God scooped up some dirt, some clay, and started making man. And I can see Jesus standing there going, "What are you making now?" And He says, "I think I'll make a man." And He goes, "Well, what does a man look like?" And He says, in Genesis 1, 26, He answered that question. He says, "Well, I'll tell you what, let's make him look like us." Sort of like I'm trying to make this sculpture look like Josh Geiger here. I think it's interesting his name is Joshua. Just happens serendipitous there, the Joshua being another name for Jesus. But God did more than just make a clay man. I can make a clay man, but God breathed life into it. He transformed it into something different. He went from clay to flesh, and that's something I can't do. In 2 Corinthians 3, verse 17, it talks about mankind without God being blinded, so to speak, having a veil over his eyes that, like when Moses is read, he just doesn't understand, he just doesn't comprehend it. But when the Spirit transforms us, it's like the veil is taken away and the blindness is gone, and we can see the glory of God, and we can see just what being a Christian is all about, just what being in God's family is all about. And it says, that we, with our unveiled eyes, that we can see, and that we will be transformed, sort of like this clay is being transformed into Joshua's likeness. We will be transformed into his likeness with ever increasing glory, like his glory. As far as sculpture is concerned, I can make a clay man, but I can't give it life. And but maybe if I make it, if I sculpt it, maybe God can give it life. Maybe God can take this sculpture when I'm done and put the right person in front of it and pull the veil away from their eyes so that they see what they're missing, maybe, if they don't have Christ and don't have God. And maybe God can breathe life into that person because I was able to maybe help with getting the message out through the sculpture. I like that idea.